Good morning. My name is Pablo, and today I would like to talk about one of the most important parts of our game, Myth World of the Fallen, which is card development. Since this is a card based video game, the cards are the foundation of the entire experience. I hope you will agree with this. But let us start at the beginning. Take a look at these cards. Any hardcore fan of Myth the Fallen Lords will recognize many of the names and images, characters, objects, and illustrations taken from the original games. However, that is the content of our cards, not the origin of their design. The actual card system was inspired by the board game Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. 2 years ago, I recreated that game as a complete myth reskin, preserving its rules while replacing its characters, artwork, and, of course, the setting. By the way, anyone interested can download and print that version online. I will share the link. Now, let us return to War of the Fallen. Here we have allies in blue, items in yellow, and commands in red. The cards that allow players to develop their decks and progress through the game. What will you be playing against? Well, of course, the Fallen Lords and their minions, along with the mostly unpleasant events that will constantly interfere with your plans. They also have their own cards and visual styles based on concepts and imagery from the original Myth games. However, these early cards had an obvious problem. They were designed for a physical prototype, their presentation was fairly simple, as you can see, and many of the original images were extremely low resolution. That is why we are now carrying out a complete visual revision of the card set. Let me show you an example. And I really like this one. The Color Guard, an escort of elite soldiers mentioned in the Myth 2, Soul Blighter. We recover them as one of the basic cards belonging to Moriak, our warrior captain hero. On the left, you can see the original tabletop version. On the right, its updated version for War of the Fallen. I think the improvement in resolution is obvious, but the new format also allow us to tell small stories through flavor text, similar to the lines you could read by selecting units in the original myth. Here you can read, "They will die if they must, and they must." I will show you another example. Here is another card, Stoneheim powder, used by Balin the Pathfinder. The original card was based on the journal illustration from Myth the Fallen Lords, connected to the bonus mission Alone Awaited Party. We worked with several AI tools to create a sharper and more attractive image while preserving the identity of the original artwork. This same applies to event cards. Here you can see one of the simplest and most irritating examples. It adds 1 point of doom to the current game, and believe me, you will learn to hate it. And here is the improved version of one of the Fallen Lord minions from the arcade or just battle mode. The hulking ghoul known as Fang Grinder. He originally appeared in one of the Myth comics published by Bungie. A special greeting to its artist, Juan Ramirez, for his excellent work. I would also like to briefly show you the program I used to assemble the cards and modify their illustration. It is this one. Um, Pixlr photo editor. Here is someone you will gradually learn to care about during the campaign, Gandas, captain of your unit, the second cohort of Ravikan's army. I will not tell you anything else about him for now, just the text accompanying his portrait should be enough. Nobody's right when Gandas is around. To finish, I would like to show you another important function of these cards. They help us tell our own story. Let me show you. Until now, everything we have seen has been based on concepts and images from the original Myth games. But these three cards, a player card, an event, and the objective of the first mission, take us into new characters, situations, and environments. In this case, we are traveling to the village of Avon's Grove alongside the protagonist of War of the Fallen, which is Delon. And who is Delon? He's a sergeant's assistant who inherits the position of his dead superior, which explains his rather unflattering nickname, the Butcher Medic. He also inherits a journal and continues writing in it, becoming our equivalent of the narrator from the original myth. On the right, you can see the objective you will soon play in the demo, traveling to Avon's Grove to discover what has happened there. And one of the events waiting for you poses a simple but disturbing question that you will remember from the original Kraus Bridge introduction video. Where are all the bodies? You will have to discover that for yourself. And that is all for now. I hope you found this interesting and keep an eye on our next devlog entries where we will explore other aspects of the game we are building with so much care. Remember, it can't be hopeless.